And my with me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all think so, don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this, he makes.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A dump off to Anderson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Smith and the Chiefs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Noah Spence in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Big hold of the 30, and he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. On 1st down, Smith. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Smith now on second down. Caught left side by Cobb. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Throwing on third down, Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Bruce Irvin, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Going up top. Got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Coleman now, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
We are going. Hey, check 26.
Throwing is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
All right. Hey, check 26.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Smith and the Chiefs now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin the drive with Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. Let's go. 15. Hey, back up. Let's go.
On second down, here's Smith. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go, 15. Let's go, 15. Liz. Double. 15.
Smith on first down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The 4-time Pro Bowler, Cam Chancellor. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hey, on. Hey, back up. Let's go, 15.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
319. Zoom.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Shoves him aside. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Got it.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flush to his right. This is caught by Jansen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
319. Yeah, Liz.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field They play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Jackson now to return. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. That's caught right side by Anderson. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. More from Cleveland after this. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Smith. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. On 1st down, it's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Looking long for his tight end read. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jordan Reed, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Jackson now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Rodgers. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 42 yards out. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Noah Spence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they're printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for Cleveland. 64 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 26-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, check 26.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
On 1st down, Smith. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Yeah, Liz.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And an alley to run. A little juke. And now running right through it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions have plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now it's Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And caught right side, Green. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On the right side, caught by Green. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's not able to get away, sacked back at the 22. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Jump out! 319! 319! Hey, check 26! 319!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. It's thrown at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. He's at the 50. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. Room here to run. 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Crosby connects on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Crosby on now to kick it away. Jackson now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 30. Two-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Jackson now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. Sit there and get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! 33. All right. Let's go, B, let's go! Hey, let's get there. Gun! Left!
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. Being chased out left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. 3-19. Shut down. Motion. Detroit.
And they'll throw again with Lauletta. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Desperation time on 4th down for Lauletta. And this is caught. It's caught in by Gronkowski. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
No. Check. Patriot. Push him back. Detroit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. Buying time to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Hey, we got 3 down. Mike 52.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Hugh Jackson rolls the dice, but it doesn't work for him. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense now making their way back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game where a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent, and in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating. and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
4 down.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Chiefs on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On first down, Drake. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles